So let's finish off this BMW M8 GTE. Now I've only upgraded this one just enough just to complete this limited time series. No more than that, unusually. You need 88.6 PR, and I've upgraded the car just enough to do that, which is 21 or 28 upgrades, as you can see. And it's basically the first 3 upgrades of each one that you need. First one is racing dollars, second one is gold, probably about 400 gold, something like that. I didn't exactly add it all up. And the third lot are all racing dollars, and they're all the same. The last two, there's only 3 upgrades of each one anyway, the brakes and the tyres. But there's still quite a bit more you can spend on it. I don't know what the last ones are, but I mean, so there's 145. That's 280. 385. 485. What's that, 510 is it? So 630, if my maths is right. So 630, and then you've still got another body and engine. I don't know if that's it, racing dollars or gold. It might be racing dollars after that, but it's still another 600 odd gold. So this is going to cost an absolute fortune. And bearing in mind, this car already, without the last 7 upgrades, is nothing short of brilliant. It reminds me a bit of an RSR 911. But it don't seem to go very fast. I don't know how you feel about it, but it seems to be really, really grippy. A bit more like maybe a Mazda Furai, something like that. But it's a wonderful car to drive. I did adjust the opposition earlier. I struggled with. There was a speed snap at Mount Panorama. With these upgrades, that was. Well, it was impossible to do it, so I had to adjust the opposition a little bit, and finally did that. Done couple more races were really easy, obviously after adjusting the opposition anyway. And then I thought I'll have a nice service for this last one to win the car at. I mean, this would be pretty easy, I would guess, in probably even in the red, but just to have a little look what she looks like. I'm not over keen on the chase view on here. A lot of the cars recently, I've liked the chase view, but I don't particularly like all the banging and crashing. I don't need a bang and crash because I'll win this quite comfortably anyway, especially when I adjusted the opposition earlier on. And I've probably still got the same opposition now as I had then. But for me, the chase view on here is. It's a little bit too. I know the car's obviously going to replicate, or the picture's going to replicate the car, but the car is a bit too sort of down low and squat for me for some of the chase views that I've preferred lately. But it's so grippy, this thing. Well, it's one of the few cars that actually have got a grip of 2. There's not many actually reach 2, is there? I mean, I could obviously push it a lot more than what I'm doing it, but it doesn't seem to be. High end doesn't feel very fast, but grip wise, superb. I've not actually looked at it on the stats side of things to compare it with other cars. I should probably do that. It actually feels more like a. Out of all the cars, so I'm lapping them already on lap 3. That's because I adjusted them earlier on. Because every car that comes out reminds you, or it's similar to another car we've already got. And this, it's not really a. Furai, really grippy. I actually think the closest it resembles driving is an Expo. That might sound daft, but I mean, all cars do reminisce others on this game. You can still go often if you cock it up good enough. But it would suggest it should drive like an RSR, and it sort of has got that feeling, but it doesn't feel as fast to me as an RSR, nowhere near as fast. I might be talking absolute crap and it's on stats is exactly the same, but it just feels to me more, definitely more like an Expo to drive. But it seems to be very, very small, low down and squat on this view. Now a lot of cars that they've brought out on this chart, I know most of you do drive this view, and you must obviously have your own preference how you like the car to look driving it, particularly in this view. I mean, I always, because I like driving in hood view, I tend to notice more, get out of the way, more what the hood view looks like. Because some hoods are obviously far too long and wide, and you struggle driving through, say, the S's at Mount Panorama, for argument's sake. I mean, things like Melbourne, I always like the little 911s at Melbourne, not so, you know, for the grip or anything, but just the actual shape of the bonnet through Melbourne in a 911 is just superb. And most of you do drive, I mean, this is by miles the most common view that people do play this game on is this one, obviously. So you must have your own preferences, you know, how far away the car is on your view, or just the position of it, because they're all a little bit different, aren't they? But wonderful car. But for some reason it doesn't seem thrilling to drive it. I don't know, I just like complaining about everything, it seems to me. Every time there's a car, there's always something that's what I like about it, but then something I don't like about it. I'll probably sound a right negative, miserable old git, but... God, that's unusual, because I keep forgetting that now I've obviously got... It's not fully upgraded and stuff. The service just seems to disappear and overnight, but I probably won't even do the series unless I have to for a race team event or something, but it's just an acquired car now for me. That's all I'm going for, and I'm going to stop fully upgrading every car, because they put out so many cars these days, even with, you know, earning a lot of gold these days, which I have done. I'm not so sure I'm going to be able to keep up with fully upgrading all the cars. At some point that will start really dwindling, so at the moment I don't need a complete series, so I'm not going to fully upgrade cars for a while anyway. I'm just going to keep them just enough to win the car, really. Back to the good old days. 21 or 27 is what I always virtually used to do on all series, limited time series or special events and stuff. Good job I'm still getting 300 or 400 a week gold out of the weekly times roll. Right, so there's two BMWs. Is this one the other one? I don't actually know which is the better car of the two. Obviously not that stupid M1 thing. I mean, that you can just take that straight down the scrapyard, can't you? But the other BMW was I can't remember what it was now. But those two look pretty similar. Anyway, nice car. Reminds me of the Expo. Be interesting to know what you think, whether it's more like an Expo or a Furai. It's definitely like very, very grippy, but it doesn't feel exciting to drive for, unlike, well, the RSRs, for argument's sake, they are grippy. They lack top end, but they're exciting to drive. This doesn't give me that for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in another one pretty soon. See you then. Cheers.